Alright, welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. So, story broke a few days ago about some Rasta children that were taken from their house by police, brought to the police station, trimmed. That means them cut off the pitney them locks and fed pork. When I first saw the story, I said, I'm not going to run this story yet. I want to see how it develops because I'm sure there's more to this story. But of course, a part of me was bubbling because I was like, in 2019, can't be real. As things developed, this story is just snowballing right now, out of control. They've done like 3 or 4 different parts to the story as it continues. Of the latest, the Star just printed that Jadori's, which is the Rasta man, Jadori's spouse, his spouse insists that the cops did trim her Rasta sons. So the common law wife of the reggae artist named as Jadori said she did not give anybody any permission to trim or feed meat to her kids. The boys, ages 4 and 8 years old, were taken from the family house in Irish Town, St. Andrew, by police personnel. According to Jadori and his common law wife, the boys had locks when they were taken away to the police station in a police service vehicle. The Star gathered that the police were called because of allegations that the children were not attending school. Jadori is an Orthodox Rastafarian. He is outraged that the family's religious beliefs and practices as it relates to dietary customs and hair grooming were breached, violated. My kids are homeschooled and that is completely legal, he said. The matter was brought to public attention by the Gleaner on Saturday. Commissioner of Police Major General Anthony Anderson ordered a probe into the matter. Matter of fact, he ordered a special investigation into the matter because I remember me leaving a comment on Instagram saying, so if he did not order a special investigation, this would not be investigated. Now, I'm going to be very real with this, so ride along. We're talking about Jamaica here, alright? Later that day, the Constabulary Communications Unit of the force said that preliminary investigations have indicated that the police did not, nor caused to happen, neither the trimming of the boys, nor the feeding of the boys. So in other words then, the police has investigated the police. And the police... That's funny. Asked me to investigate me and find out if I did a crime. But anyways, the police has investigated the police and they've come up with this. That they are in no way, shape or form responsible for any of what happened. Not the trimming of the boys nor the feeding of the boys. Contrary to what their parents are saying. The investigation has so far revealed that the boys who went to the police station in the company of relatives, so they went to the police station in the company of relatives according to police investigation. They were taken to the barber shop and then taken to lunch by their aunt, who had accompanied the boys' mother to the station in a matter which was reported to the police by concerned family members, the police said. However, Jadori's common law wife is denying the police statement. She's saying that it is a lie. The police are telling lies. My sister and 2 other persons, an aunt and a cousin, were in the yard when the police came to the house. She said in the media release yesterday, they left the yard long before the 3 police took my children. When we got to the station, my aunt, my sister, and my cousin were at the station. From the home, we, meaning herself and her family members, never corresponded. Even at the station, we never corresponded at any time. I am very upset because the police are claiming that I gave my sister custody of my children when I did not even speak to her. They had me and Sean, which is Jadori the singer, in 2 separate rooms away from the children, she said. What a backside. Wow. This is Jamaica in 2019. I did not give anybody any permission to trim or feed any of my children. The police had no right to give my kids to anyone without my consent. My kids are traumatized about it and them crying all the time because they don't understand why they cut their hair, she added. Now let me say something. That aunt actually corroborated the story of the police, saying that it was her sister that complained to her, like, boy, sis, me under stress, you know. Him just have we lock up in the house, the picnic them now go to school, and all these things. She felt like she needed to go rescue her nephews and her sister. That is the way she put it, the auntie put it, right? Now, the wife of Jadori is saying it's a lie. We don't even speak. So here is my theory. The auntie corroborate the story with the police. Jadori is saying that it's a lie. His wife is saying it's a lie. Furthermore, the Rasta man does music. He travels and he does music. He wasn't at home when all this Mali was happening, right? Him walk into this. Now, I don't know how the whole education thing goes in Jamaica, but I know that it is perfectly legal for one to homeschool their children. And in today's day and age, I saw someone commented and said, homeschool, what that? Stop your foolishness and send the picnic them go to school. I want you to know that there are 15, 14-year-olds that are going to universities. And if you check the record, every last one of them were homeschooled, not traditionally schooled. So a lot of us have been brainwashed to believe that traditional schooling is the right way to go. And if you don't come up through those ranks, then you must be an idiot and you're not schooled properly. Because you're not institutionalized school, so you're not schooled properly. The Rasta man says a different thing in my deal with him, want him children them homeschooled, and they were being homeschooled, right? Here's my thing. You see, in Jamaica, a lot of people believe from the outside world. This is the same thing that happened from way back when Rasta used to get them foot kick wet. And used to get boof, buff, koof, cuff, queff up in the streets, handcuffed, dragged down to prison, jail cell, sit in jail cell. Man hold them and shave off their locks. That's why a lot of the Rastas ran to the hills, took to the bushes, right? And never a Rasta retreat they went on. They actually went where they felt safe, way up in the bushes. This is real. This is how the Red Sea police them did start. This was their mission, was to eradicate all the Rastas them off of the streets of Jamaica. So to see this happening now in 2019 is sickening and crazy as hell. I believe the woman, she never said she wanted her friggin', she never gave anybody any right to shave her children's head. But, hear what? Because I was having a discussion like this with my wife earlier, right? And check it out. You see, one time women are having issues with their man, like me, I tell my sister, if your man thump you in your mouth or box you up or strangle you or whatever, don't tell me. Because if you tell me, what I advise you to do is get the hell out of that relationship as swiftly as possible, right? Don't tell me, because I'm her brother. And if you tell me, I'll kill me, I go on, kill that. And there's not going to be any, I can think about it and alright, I'm just going to leave it and let her deal with it. I will never look at him the same. And he can't come around me without me acting it out, right? So you start that snowball at the top of the hill, it's rolling down the hill, it's only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Watch who you complain to. Enough women have this tendency when stuff happens in a relationship, and every relationship have issues, but they take their personal issues to family members, then they want to take you or the man, whoever they're dealing with or fighting with at times, around those family members when things are good. Guess what? For the family members, all they remember is the bad stuff that you've told them about this person that you're now bringing around them. So don't expect them to look at this person with welcoming arms or anything. That is one of the parts to this story. She didn't speak to her sister at the police station doesn't say that she don't speak to her sister all the time. She never said, me and my sister don't even talk. We don't have a relationship. She said, I didn't speak to them at the house when they showed up with police, and I didn't speak to them at the police station. So they separated all of them. They separated, this is illegal. They separated the children from the parents. Then they separated the parents from each other. So what was going on in the time that they had these children separated from their parents? They had the family members with the children giving their version of what they want to happen. Now I must tell you this. Enough girls fall in love with a Rasta youth. Protege sing about it, right? And she did, or was it Kimani? Kimani and Protege, man. She didn't know how to tell him she was in love with a Rasta man. The fire is burning. Go watch that video there. And it's burning. And in the video you can see where she come from some top Norris family. Daddy wears suit and tie and is some big official. Mommy is the speaky spokey type, higher society type. She fell in love with a Rasta man, right? And she is more into natural things. She gone vegan. She take off the weave and the wig and the perm. She know how locks are here. Her dad's not relating to it in any way. But she's gravitating more and more to a Rasta teacher. About liberty, about herself, about whatever. She's choosing her own path in life then, and it doesn't sit well with her family. That's a common story in Jamaica. So, here is our thing. This is how we do it. Then, the dirty, nasty Rasta boy that you got pick up. Eh? You couldn't find somebody better. At least you couldn't find somebody better. Look on where you got pick up. Look on him. He look like sitting a crawling in here. He look like he smell. Don't bring him round here, you know. That's the approach. And no matter how she try to tell her family, yo, me love him, and this, them don't want to hear that. And worse now when she goes to family gatherings, and you know, mommy cook up the stew pork, roast pork, and this, and she say, I don't eat that anymore. What? So you not eat none of the food that me cook? No, mommy, me not eat like that anymore. I'm a strict vegan now. Me take some of my vegetables still. Oh, where they this boy change up my daughter. Come in like a demon possessor. Look on her head. Could your head out picky and say you need one perm? Like all these things. So I can truly relate to this. Even in my life, personal story. Right? My first son name is Tafari. Rastafari Omari is his name. And the youth had dreadlocks at a young age, right? And I was in the army and his mom came along for the trip. So we got stationed in Europe on a military base. I went off on a field expedition. When I came back, my son head bald and shiny. Not even like a low haircut she gave me now. She bald the man head, the picnic head like my forehead. So you can imagine me being away for 30 days. And the deal that I made with this woman was, I'm gonna not carry locks on the outside anymore, but my son I got carry locks. Fine, everything good until she ran into, we're in the US military, you know, but she ran into a Jamaican woman that was an older woman of the old school type. And she kept, Lord, in here look bad. You can't do something about it. Give me a haircut, man. And they chose when I went off on a field expedition to shave my son's head. And it was one of the most hurtful, most violating thing that was ever done to me by that woman. And I actually, at that moment, saw the end of that relationship. I didn't leave it then. We didn't break up then. But everything else was added to that. And that was at the forefront of my mind and it never left. So, in this instance of this story right here, so many things went awry in this story. First of all, Jadori's wife, when I first heard the story, I said to myself, nah, the Rasta must say I use this for publicity stunt. Let me go check it out. But at the same time, I was thinking, them police have bright no blouse and skirt like they can't be serious. But me know how them do. And actually, in law enforcement, whether it's soldier or police, we are taught to look at people that look a certain way. We are taught to judge them a certain way. And whether we like it or not, or we want to talk about human rights violation or anything like that, it is drilled and instilled into your head. Alright? A clean cut do it. And if it ain't clean cut, it is looked down upon, frowned upon, and spoken about in a derogatory manner. Facts. So, she wrong figure tell her sister them problems. Even if she was having problems, she might have got some level of frustration at some point. She might have hit a bump of unsurety. I mean, the kids are very young. And I'm sure she wasn't born into Rasta livity. So, she might have hit a bump like, I'm not really sure if this life is for me kind of thing. And I tell her sister, and then her sister them I take it up on them head as, I'm coming to save my nephews. Me not think this is for you and I don't want them grow like this. Look at the dirty Rasta boy you go pick up. Alright, boom. They show up with police and now she's playing dumb. Me tell you in confidence as my sister, but I didn't expect you to show up at my door with police. Once you call police, you know, it's a whole different story, you know. Police put on them Superman cape and them take over the whole scene. Because now you call them, now they're here. They're going to do what they wanted to do now. Raw. Now it's a Rasta family. Oh, you have to pick them a look so. Remember the prejudice that the police has, you know, with the Rasta look, you know. So now they're here. The picture them look unkept, man. Them look like them want beard. Them look like them want a haircut and them thing there. Further instigating that. And that was the purpose of separating the children from the parents and separating the parents from each other. Can you imagine that? And then they go and next thing you know, your kids show up in front of you with haircut. And them mouth aisle from pork aisle. Like what? And I actually did some research on Jadori. I went and I searched through his stuff on certain social media outlets. And I got to find out that is a working musician. He's actually performed on Rebel Salute before and these kind of things. He is definitely of the Rasta community, Orthodox Rastafarian, and his diet is definitely a vegan diet. A matter of fact, the man is into food very much as far as vegan health, because a whole heap of picture of preparation of meals depend him thing. I'm talking about a whole lot. So to have someone like shave your children and friggin' feed them outside of what you considered vital and vital for them is a big violation. I honestly really think the police violated big time here, but are they going to say that they did? No. And especially with the aunt there to corroborate their story, and nothing's going to come of this. That's just my prediction. Someone said I would sue the hell out of them for this. I want you to tell me in the comment section what you think about this story, and if it was you, what would you do? Do you agree with homeschooling? Do you agree with the right for someone to live their life as they please as far as a way of life goes, customs, cultures, so on and so forth? Or do you think they must assimilate into normal society, what is seen as the norm then? And do you think that this family was violated? Or you think it's all made up? Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm anxious to hear what y'all have to say. It's SouFLoTV, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.